The fondest memory, I think, is I've been very honored and humbled by the chapter to allow me to be the chair of the Hershey Conference for now 9 years. And that has been very rewarding personally, professionally, and I've truly enjoyed that and look forward to continuing to do that as well.
Oh, I have two. I have two fond memories. One was in 2016 when we were able to host the NEC conference in Wilmington, Delaware. And the other was just last year when I received my accreditation, and the panel surprised me in that my son, who's an intern at the time at Philadelphia International, was able to pin me. So that was really exciting, and that was my fondest. Those are my two fondest memories of AAA NEC.
Well, I don't think you would exactly call it fond. It is the most moving memory that I have. And as I just mentioned, the chapter is are my friends. These are people that I have known my entire career in aviation, which was 36 years with the Portis Airways. But so we're friends, we're close colleagues. They have known my history, but on September 11th, 2001, when aircraft crashed into the World Trade Center, where I was, of course. It is these members of the chapter who tried to reach me that day and subsequent days, and offering sympathy and help. I've never felt closer in the industry to my friends than that day, and knew that I had a group of people that would be supportive and caring.
Probably my last day, and I don't mean that in a cynical sort of way. It's just that last day, I really started thinking about, was this worth it? Did I have an impact? And the answer to both those questions, I think I can say, was yes. I really think that I had an impact, and I really enjoyed the experience.
So I'm going to go back to a trip to Hawaii, and everyone in AAA knows this. When the airline lost all of my family's luggage, and we had this huge reception that was about to start, and my family was looking down over this beautiful spread, and we're looking right down at the reception, and we had no clothes to wear. So we all put on the hotel bathrobes and went down to the reception in the bathrobes, and we had one hell of a time.
All fondest memory of the NEC is basically going to events and spending time with colleagues and understanding the direction that their organization is going and how we can adapt some of those things into what we do at our facility.
Working together and having the social time during conferences or after conferences, getting to know everyone on a personal level, so that even after years later, you're still catching up and you're finding out that one of the, your friends' children that were young and toddlers are now getting married and things like that. It's just, the time goes by so fast, but it really is just great to see everybody, because so many people move around, but yet you all kind of come back and connect at the conferences. So that's really one of the areas that is just, I find just wonderful.
My fondest memory is when I got accredited back in 2021, and that was up in Birmingham and Vermont at the conference there. And just the way that the whole membership kind of rallied around me to help celebrate with me in that accomplishment that took several years for me to get prepared for. And just the support and the camaraderie has been just fantastic.
Well, I had a couple. One was bringing my daughter to the Hershey conference, first conference she went to. That was in 2000. And then the next would be my first executive committee meeting, which was at Buffalo at the Snow Symposium at the old hotel, the Radisson, and that was a very fond memory.
I would probably say the fondest memory was the last day of my presidency, handing over the chapter to Darren, and knowing that we had made an impact, and knowing that we'll continue to make an impact.
My fondest memory when I brought my family to one of the NEC's annual conference, and my kids were very small, and they would go around the exhibit hall and they'd have played a passport game and get stickers from the exhibitors. And I remember that to this day. And this year, my young son is a member of the NEC. He's a student member. So seeing him grow out through the years and getting into the chapter like I did, and hopefully it really helps him with his career.
My fondest memory of Northeast Chapter was working with my colleagues, Scott McMahon and Wayne Pinnell, all of us from different states, different airports, but again, following each other through the chairs and leadership and working together with all of our different interests to make sure that we were all successful and the group was successful. And those are friendships that we still maintain today, years and years later.
If I have one, it's more than just one. It's being with so many professionals. It's being at the chapter conferences and my kids running around those conferences when they were little and probably being more recognized there than I was, and how they really embraced family as part of what they do.
We used to have the Snow Symposium up in Buffalo. It's still in Buffalo. It's been there for 35 years now. And one night a bunch of us went out bar hopping, and we came back to the hotel at the Snow Symposium, and the hotel had a fire alarm. There was a fire in the ballroom, and they evacuated the hotel. And there's Russ Hoyt standing out in the parking lot in his pajamas with a suit coat on, and it was just the funniest sight. Russ was a great guy. I wish everybody who has heard about him had an opportunity to get to know him, but it is a very fond memory that I will always cherish.
No, no, there's a lot of fond memories. Oh, okay, and yeah, no, there's a lot of fond memories. It's, I'd say probably maybe the year I was president of the Northeast chapter was a very fond memory.
That's a really hard question. You look back on a career in the Northeast chapter, and I've really pretty much have always been an NEC baby, if you will. And there's just so many good times. There's fellowship and camaraderie. There's the achievements. I think I look back, though, and I'm most proud of working with our young professionals and creating the young professional designation that has gone from just the Northeast chapter and is now launched nationally.
I have to say it was when I first got involved. A very good friend who was past, Brian Corbett, many years ago at a snow symposium said, you should get involved in this business. And I asked him how, and he showed me how. And he got me introduced to the chapter and into the different committees. And he basically was my mentor for becoming a Northeast chapter member.